Fantasy football sick.
Oh my gosh, you're just that came through. That's my line.
Yeah, hold on. Back up. Let's restart this.
You can't do that live. That's a beautiful thing. All right, so we have our own personal live draft today. So it's going to be for our dynasty. This is the rookie draft. This is our one of our teammates that are going, or league mates that are going to be in on this one. Eli's, and some other people might pop in and out. But we've got the live draft. Last time I didn't like how we did it. We recorded it. We did post it, but we had like an audience member. We didn't know who was actually listening, and so now we still don't, but at least it feels a little more official. But people knew what we were thinking in our league. So if we're going to do that and talk through some stuff, we might as well get something out of it.
100%.
I'm Arlen. This is Nate. And we've got Eli on the line too. What's up, Nate?
Yo. It's here, dude. We've been talking about it for so long. I'm super excited to get into this draft, but we'll see how everyone prepared, because I don't have very many picks this year, so I get to talk about everybody else, which is a whole lot of fun.
Yes, you also have that extra responsibility of making sure we're catching the messages when people say, "Can you please pause it?" So I'm going to put that all on you. Eli, how you doing, man?
You know, great. Driving through Saturday rush hour traffic on my way to my draft location.
So he keeps everything so cagey and secretive that he has these safe houses around where he has a specific draft location. It's undisclosed, but soon we'll find out all of his dirty thoughts as he makes his picks, and then also judges hard when I make mine. All right.
So I take it you're not going to listen to the advice that I gave you.
Welcome to the Fantasy Football Lab.
Show ain't. I think I'm gonna take people that you probably will disagree with, and I probably will disagree with myself at some point, because I'll be, what's the word, tilting pretty heavily throughout the whole thing. My hardest pick, because everything after the second round, Nate has the 101, I have the 102. We both traded hard to get those, and then Eli comes up at the end of the first. I think you also have the middle, now the 108, 112 or something, and you have the 205. You made some trades to try to get in. Who are you trying to get with those picks?
I mean, I'm not obviously going to say until after or when I'm making them, but the kind of strategy that I went with this year is a little bit of a shift from what I normally do. And I decided I'm going to go with quantity over quality in terms of my picks. And I'm just going to spray and pray.
Yeah, that is another approach. I always try to do whatever I can to go higher up, and just I look at it as increasing the percentage chance, and you kind of break it down between like what's after you get to after the past, like, let's just say 6 first picks, the percentage drops pretty aggressively. Yes, I did say that, Nate, because I have the 106. I'm trying to talk myself into it being okay. But yeah, I try to increase if I can move up a few. If it doesn't matter if it's like a third round, to move up a few in the second or in the first, because I think in those situations it increases the odds quite a bit. But just like the players themselves, I like to look at it as tiers, like within the picks themselves. And the 106 is one of my favorite picks. And when I've thought about moving down 1 or 2 to try to get something more, I kept stopping myself, because I saw that every mock draft I had at the 106 for this rookie dynasty, I liked whoever I got. So I didn't care how it played out. I had somebody that was pretty clear when it got to me that I was happy about getting. So the 107, it was a little bit more dodgy, and I think that tier 1 through, actually really like 2 through 6 is pretty solid. That one is trash. If you're willing to trade it, I'll take it.
I mean, I feel like it's a little risky taking Shedeur that early, Arlen, but do you boo? Like that's all well and good. But hey, one thing I would love to talk about here as we're getting into this, there's a couple trades, draft day trades that have happened here today in our league.
Yeah.
And a couple of pretty shrewd moves. I don't know how I feel about it. So Mr. CTA, who has been someone that's in our league that has struggled to get out the gate a little bit. He's had his first round pick has traditionally been a pretty high pick, and I was able to turn that into number 1 overall this year. Someone in our league was able to trade for his next 2 first round picks. So 2026 first round and 2027 first round picks for Sam Darnold, second round pick this year, and a late first round pick this year. So getting a couple extra picks this year, plus Sam Darnold for the next 2 first round picks. That were probably going to be pretty high. How are we feeling about that? Who do you think wins that?
Yeah, I'm a little annoyed. So congrats, Nick. But I mean, it's no secret that Nate and I try to get, with all the love in the world, CTA. But there's no secret that Nate and I try to get your first round picks. I had a plan that I thought would work well. And I was just going to do all of my 2028 picks that I get right after this draft, because I almost never have draft picks, and trade them all for his 2027 first round pick. And if you're sad you took the deal with Nick CTA, good. Because yeah, you're going to get a whole year's worth of picks for your 101 or so.
Don't worry about it, CTA. On his trajectory, they were going to be like 1.10s. They're going to be like the 10th pick in each round. So don't worry about it. No, good on you, man. Trying to make moves this year. So hoping for the best, hoping Sam Darnold works out for you in Seattle, and you can flip those 2 picks. It's an interesting draft, the rookie draft this year. It's an interesting rookie class. Don't know how y'all are feeling. I'm going to be 100% honest with y'all. I've got the 1.01 and then 2 5th-round picks. So I did not go super hard on the research this time around, but I do know enough to be dangerous and to make fun of y'all for the picks that you make.
Yeah, you don't have to know anything to make fun of us.
I mean, if you're happy moving on from those 5th-round picks too, Nate, you know me and my strategy. I am more than willing to give you some scrub off my bench for a couple 5th-rounders.
All right, I just realized it is time to kick this thing off. We're starting at 216. It's 217, so it's time to jump in and kick it off.
All right, I'll let the team know it's coming.
We don't have the best showing right now. Hopefully some more people pop in soon.
I think the timing threw some people off from what my understanding is, but I don't know.
Well,
this was perfectly timed, by the way. I'm at my draft location.
Oh, there you go. This is why we waited. All right, let's get into it. As we get into it, and as you make your first obvious pick, I want you to think about and let me know, what do you think is going to be the biggest surprise to you during this draft?
Biggest surprise to me on how folks get this thing started.
It could be anything. It can be how early a quarterback goes or late a quarterback goes. It could be if somebody who falls further than you think.
What I'm finding often is that most leagues that have been started in the last 5 or 6 years, I don't know if we were just later, maybe because it was our first dynasty draft. Most leagues that I'm finding in most research that's been done is all on super flex dynasty leagues now.
Yeah.
So we're kind of dinosaurs in that regard. I just realized I'm on the clock. I should probably make a pick. Big surprise. Everybody went with Ashton Jeanty, pretty much the consensus number 1, no matter who you ask across the board. Hopefully that does not bite me later. But I think just with the shape of our league, how many teams are hurting a little bit at quarterback, I wouldn't be surprised if, looking down the list, someone grabs a quarterback in the first round, even though we're not a super flex. But I honestly wouldn't recommend it with this class, but we'll see what happens.
All right. Yeah, that wasn't much of a surprise there. I was considering I offered you 102 and my firstborn child to get that.
He really did.
So, yeah. So, all right. Who am I taking, Eli?
Well, I have you taking Hunter with all of my mocks. I actually go up and edit it in the Sleeper app when I'm doing it because that's who I want you to take here. But
Yeah.
my guess is that you're going to surprise me and take Hampton.
I am. So I took Hampton here. I think, he's a solid running back that in many years would be the 101. I feel that Hunter and McMillan are worthy there, and I usually take wide receivers over running back, but I traded away Barkley with the intention of taking Hampton, and I had old running backs, kind of, and I had the Barkley, Henry, then the question mark of Walker, and Kyron's always seems to be a question mark, so I made some trades to try to get some fresh players in there. Hampton was my target for sure. Hunter did interest me, but I wasn't ever going to really take him.
I was surprised that, after talking to you, then after you made that Barkley trade, I was pretty sure that you were going to go Hampton here. And then a hope and a prayer that I was going to be homer enough and crazy enough to maybe pick Hampton with the first, but that was never going to happen.
That was definitely part of it. The best case scenario is that I was able to convince you to trade for him and get a cheap Genty purchase. I forgot to put my belt on. My pants are feeling a little saggy. Oh, also, I mean, it should be in my. Gonna put that up there too. And we did move to 86 subscribers, so that's cool. But now we got the belt there. All right.
Yeah, so I think Hampton was a great choice, regardless. I know you feel about running back, so I was a little surprised you went that route. But after that Barkley trade, like I said, there's no other choice there. But what's interesting, just in Craig Roman offense, he's had some rock star running backs over the years, but those splits are surprising when you look at it. So that might bring Hampton below the potential you might be expecting, but I still expect great things for him.
I think he could barely keep Warren at bay. Judkins, wow, that's early. Okay, over Hunter. Let's see what auto pick does here.
I knew Kyle was going to take him there. That is the Cleveland homer, and he is also the Nick Chubb owner. So that was kind of my suspicion of what he was going to do there.
This was my backup plan because there's only been one or two drafts where this happened in my mock drafts, and part of the reason why I was going Hampton is I wanted one of the first two to be a running back. There was a off chance this happened. I can't believe it did either.
I can't believe it happened. I'm upset now. I'm surprised. Okay, all right, go ahead, dude. We know what you're gonna do.
With Nate's. So with the 102, I take Hampton, the running back for Nate's team. And with Nate's original pick, I am going to pick Hunter. Travis Hunter. Welcome to the championship roster.
I don't know, man. I'm starting to see a lot of OTA chatter that that they're going to use him more on the defensive side of the ball.
That's why I decided to take him at the 106 instead of the 102.
That's crazy. Okay, so I want to get your thoughts here. Maybe Eli and Arlen, like we're starting to tight end run. Jedamon went ahead and grabbed Warren. I know the talent's there. By the way. I know the talent's there, but I'm not like a tight end in the first round guy. I don't know how you all feel about it. If you don't have a lock it down Brock Bowers or
she has a McBride as well,
and she has McBride. She did this last year, didn't she? Stack a position last year pretty heavily. Like, didn't she like go hard on running back or something for a few rounds? I
think it was that we were surprised that she took JSN over Gibbs like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Maybe she did something last year. Loveland was my top. I get Warren. I liked Loveland a little bit more, and I tried to trade for that pick and this pick with Kraft and a couple others to try to end up getting Loveland here. I'm gonna guess you're going to Ibuka here.
Nope.
Oh, all right.
I like that.
So
actually,
he takes the 37-year-old running back that for Denver?
There's a method to my madness here, and I only have two players picking before my next pick. And so my hope is to have something that happened to you, Arlen, happen to me. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's see what Sailor does. Sailor's not live, is he?
He's going to auto draft again. He's the king of auto
Son of a-
drafting in these.
He did get Bowers.
Yeah,
Early.
by auto drafting. Yeah, it worked out well.
Yeah, for me.
Eventually.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna love his auto draft unless does he actually set his queue?
He had to have because Bowers was not supposed to go that high.
Okay. I was gonna say he's not gonna love what happens next.
See what old Benny does with my pick.
Yeah. But anyway, what I was saying about the tight ends, like, because we got Warren here. I'm gonna assume Loveland's gonna go in the next 4 picks.
Yeah.
But just for the value that you have there, I don't love either of their situations. Like, so I'm not shouting from the mountaintop like they're going to be rock stars right out the gate. Like, Loveland's got so much target competition. What the heck are they doing at quarterback in Indianapolis? I'd much rather go grab, like, stack up on the stacked running back class, get a couple wide receivers, and then wait for someone like Ferguson later. Who's going to who went to the Rams in a much better situation. But we'll see if people are.
Well, so if it's an auto pick, I'm not going to get what I want.
Well, unless he queued it up. No.
Oh,
He didn't queue it.
No, that's who I was actually hoping was going to fall to me at the next spot. But
Yeah,
we'll see what Edwin does here, because that actually is going to switch my draft strategy around.
Well, this is
Edwin's
his first
not on.
pick.
He doesn't take long.
He might auto draft here too, because
He's on.
no, that's me.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I just got a text from my nephew. How the fuck did that happen, bro?
language. That's the first time I've gotten to call you out on language in the year and a half we've been doing.
Oh, yeah, and it wasn't even me. I'm reading it. Dang, Shay, you got me.
From the one youth in our league too, who you always caution me not to swear around.
Dirty.
Do I? No, it's the toxic. I caution you not to be toxic around. All right, he's gonna auto draft.
Well, so it's going to be Igbuka if he auto drafts, unless he set a queue.
Are people aware? Did either of these folks hit you up that they're not drafting?
Shay is he's at a baseball. He made those trades because he had to go to a baseball competition like this whole weekend.
Oh, so
yeah, but it's like a tournament.
He knew he wasn't going to be drafting. Had I known there was desperation.
I mean, I offered him a bunch too. I offered everybody everything.
All right. Well, that makes what I'm doing a little bit easier.
Yeah, I like that pick. That's funny.
Johnson
did you trade away?
Would have gone,
and then go ahead.
Sorry, if Johnson or Harvey would have gone before my first pick that I got from your nephew, I would have gone Igbuka Golden as my strategy. Oh wow.
That okay.
Loveland goes, then Scattaboo, Luther Burden.
I like that.
Yeah, he went.
Yeah.
Oh, he had back-to-back picks. Just realized 3. Oh, he had 3 picks in a row.
No, he had 2 picks in a row. The Scattaboo was. Oh no, he did. Yeah, that's the 3rd round where I traded away his pick.
All right. Well, who are you hoping gets to you?
Well, if I'm honest, I might as well say it. I'm hoping that Higgins gets to me. But if not, I will be taking Harris.
Ah. All right. Well, I was hoping one of those would get to me. So,
You're going to end up taking
This-
Cam Ward. I thought about taking Cam Ward at the 2-4, but
I'm not taking Cam Ward. I would take Dart over Cam Ward.
right.
Son of
Well,
a...
then I actually might change up my strategy here. I was hoping it would be Higgins.
Don't do it. Don't make me sad.
Yeah, I might as well. I have
All right.
I knew Cam Ward was going to go after me too. The fact that I have Quentin Johnston, I guess that gives me some cover. So I'll have one guy who emerges, maybe both. Maybe Ladd will get hurt.
It won't.
And,
Whoa,
they'll both
whoa,
shine.
buddy.
Settle
Whoa.
down. Settle down.
Everyone to relax. Relax, everyone.
So I love this more than any of my mock drafts that I did. And I did tons, just kind of like flipping around. Not one of them had Genti fall to 102. And that would have been my favorite. But this is my favorite so far because my target for this one, and I moved up 2 picks to get a better chance of getting him. I'm a Besh boy.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense with you having Brock Bowers. You're going to get the second main target who could emerge as the second main target in Oakland, sorry, not Oakland, in Las Vegas.
I mean, he's up against Jacoby Myers. What are we worried about,
So him and I are best friends. I have his quarterback, and I love it. I'm super excited that I was able to get him.
Yeah, you should definitely play that stack as much as you can.
Yeah, the best is yet to come. I'm gonna give like a shout out to the stolen terms I used from the fantasy footballers because I was cracking up with the dad jokes are endless, and those are theirs, and then I'm gonna add throughout the season. I see his nickname changing every week.
Well, Kyle has this little run of picks here that he got, some of them from me. I'm really hoping he kind of discontinues this running back trend, but I think he's probably scrambling, and it would be foolish of him not to take Sampson right here with one of these 2 picks. That's what I thought Arlen should have done if he ended up with Quinshawn.
I think Kyle Williams did. I think that's the pick here.
If he's willing to wait, and Kyle is in a rebuilding mode. Kyle, our league mate, is in a rebuilding mode here. So I think that Kyle Williams would be one of these 2 picks. He should take Kyle Williams. The other, I suggest he would take Sampson, but we'll see. Oh, did not see that coming.
It's interesting.
All right, so he takes Dart. We've got we've got a couple running backs in a row after quite a few wide receivers, but of the last like 8 picks, we've got except for 2 running backs, we've got all quarterback, wide receiver.
He took Jackson Dart while holding on to. He's got Burrow, Williams, Fields.
Yeah.
This is not a super flex league. Oh, he takes the tight end that I was hoping. Well, I will go ahead and take Kyle Williams then.
All right, there you go.
Don't feed into your own foolishness there. Oh, with no hesitation, CTA.
Ooh, he was excited. That's a great pick. I mean, that was one of the ones I was considering not considering how it fell, but in a lot of mocks when I was at 208, if everyone I wanted was gone, that would be the one that pretty much always was there.
My hopes, if Higgins would have gone to me instead of Trey Harris, I would have gone Higgins, and then with that pick instead of Kyle Williams, I would have gone with Noel. Just to shore up the Texans' backfield, because I also have Tank Dell sitting on IR for what's likely to be most of this season.
Well, we got K-Bray back on the clock. I didn't realize he had that many picks.
Well, he got two of these from me
Yeah.
in that trade to
Today,
get
yes, yeah.
Josh Jacobs and Lloyd.
What was the amount we're willing to pause for trades? 2 minutes? I'll just put it in the chat.
I think I said 5 only because like if you're actually trading, we'll just figure it out.
Okay.
It doesn't need to be like a set thing, really. Did someone message?
No, I'm just dropping it in the chat because I don't think we ever said anything. Or maybe you did and I didn't notice.
No, it's good to remind though. I did, but it's good to remind. All right, so maybe he has this dilemma now of getting Samson here. Does he do the safe, boring thing?
He should take Samson here. I mean,
Jerome
Ford isn't going to last much longer.
Yeah, I think that it might at this point. It's a good idea.
And I will speak on the tight end he took. I really like Mason Taylor as the sleeper of these big 3 tight ends. I think that in the first year he stands the most to shine in a fantasy. Oh wow, that was a little surprising.
That. He ran out of time.
Oh, he did. Oh, he forgot that he got that pick from me. Stacking up on tight end.
And then Samson, the very next pick.
To the other auto.
To be fair for Kyle, he has Dallas Goedert, Noah Fant, and Brenton Strange. So having Noah Fant, Elijah Arroyo does make a little bit of sense.
It makes more sense for me, the Samson pick. Like I didn't like it up where I was picking before when you were saying it to me, but I think at this point, once we get to the third, I was trying to get to the third a lot because Judkins seemed like the most likely pick for me at 106. So I was trying at the beginning of the third to grab him. I got Neil.
Did someone make a pick or was that a replay?
No, it was New Orleans Neil getting picked by Gordo. And we got Jay Royals autoed by Sailor.
I like Royals actually. Sailor might be happy with him. That might be a fun pick for him.
The fact that his name's the Kansas City Royals, like that's pretty brilliant.
Well, one of the fantasy podcasters I listen to, Heath Cummings, is a Kansas City homer, and he was making a point the other day about how he chose the wrong number. He should have been Royals 12 because that's when the Kansas City Royals won the World Series, and so
that would be good. I didn't even make that connection of the Kansas City Royals until I was staring at him being picked here.
Wow!
All right, so another
bunch
auto
of picks right in a row.
yeah, we got a couple autos here. The Ferguson out of the Rams, and then I like this. I like that one. I like Fanning from Cleveland too.
I'm annoyed that Sailor autoed Fanning because I was definitely going to be taking Fanning here if he made it here.
And I'm annoyed that
I have the trepidation.
ETN there.
Of choosing who I'm gonna pick.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
At this point, I think I really liked seeing what I saw from him in the draft highlights I've seen. Oh man, it's so tough. It's between 2 running backs, just to give you guys some heads up. One I would be taking way ahead of ADP. The other is right in line with ADP here. I don't know. I got time, right?
You're at 47 seconds.
So kind of.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with my draft strategy. And so what I did was I did some projections of not this year, but 3 years of fantasy production based on the teams that they're on and the guys who are playing ahead of them. And Giddens is a guy who's draft capital, but also uh, just what I saw from him in the film, I really liked. And if he can scrap with Khalil Herbert and take the number 2 right away behind Jonathan Taylor this season, I'll feel pretty good. But we'll see. I'm probably going to kick myself on that one because, well, and there's still the chance that the guy who I was going to overdraft to get there might still fall to me here in the 4th round. It's a lot of picks to go before then, but he's way down the board in terms of ADP, and with all the auto drafting going on, I'm still hopeful.
I'm not gonna lie, he wasn't on
Shador.
my radar.
Shador went.
Oh yeah, with the auto drafting going on, Sleeper had him ranked.
Oh my god, I'm gonna make so much fun of him. He always hates on my Browns. Good job, buddy. I'm kind of upset with it. The
Shador
test
went
with it.
earlier in our rookie draft than he went in the NFL draft. Just saying.
Gordon.
So Kyle's not auto drafting, so I'm wondering if that Elijah Arroyo pick wasn't just him running it down to the wire.
He picked,
Or is he
and
auto-drafting?
he went
Yeah.
to auto after that. So
Yeah, he just missed that
Oh.
pick, I think is what happened.
He's not online right now either. So
Wonder if he's drafting from his phone and has to keep leaving the app to research. We've all been there. No, just me? Okay.
I'm sorry. My pick's coming up and I'm starting to tilt. So I've had a couple players that I've been interested in leave my grasp
well,
here.
I think you're the one who I'm worried about taking the guy I'm hoping is going to fall to me here in the 4th.
Who's that?
A wide receiver from Seattle.
Oh. I'm sure. But like seriously, who do you want me to pick? I mean, who do you want to pick?
Would I want to pick if I were you in drafting where you're at?
How far do you have to wait after? Oh, just a couple picks. Okay.
Just 2 picks after you. And one of them's going to be an auto draft for sure.
Yeah. We got
Well,
Hunter off
neither
the
of them
board.
are there. Neither of them are there. So I was looking at Hunter and Marks, are the 2 guys.
Hunter was who I was hoping.
That's who I thought you would take
Yeah.
because of being a Tyree Williams owner. The last quarterback who will
Is worth a
likely
damn.
accrue some fantasy points this year is now off the board.
You two Cleveland folks are not Dylan Gabriel believers? No, that's not a thing.
Not for
I
this
didn't
year.
really. Yeah. Well, I didn't like that pick, anyways. Yeah, I don't think.
I mean, I'm anticipating Joe Flacco or Pickett being the main guy most of this season, even with all the hype about Shador coming out of camp.
I don't know. I think you got to figure it out. You got to, because going into the next draft, you need to know if you actually have somebody on the team or not.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Martinez.
Ooh, that's ugly. I don't like where you're at now. I like where I'm at because there's guys down the board that I'm just gonna start my spray and pray at this point. But I don't like where this is your last pick, right, Arlen?
Stop talking to me. Yeah. Yeah, I instantly did not like this situation.
I mean, I
either.
think you got to go with Quinn Ewers. Having Zach Wilson, you can go with Quinn Ewers and shore up the backup spot in the Miami backfield behind center. With Tua's injury history and concussion issues, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the other option is Gadsden, the tight end out in LA.
Shut up. Just kidding.
Oh, that wide receiver from Seattle's still there.
Yeah. That's what I was surprised he's still there.
My only trepidation about Horton is the special teams role, and I get that as a rookie, that's not a big deal. But if he just gets kind of shoehorned into just the special teams role, that's going to kill his fantasy production. It reminds me of Josh Cribbs, who for so long was just a special teams guy, and then had some late career fantasy production as a wide receiver in Cleveland, but starting off as a rookie, that's always there he goes.
I was looking through the reception perception profiles. That's the best one I could find.
I like Ty Felton too. I was annoyed by that. I would have loved to have Ty Felton right here.
That was who I was between, Horton and Felton. Nate, I drafted your damn, or tried to trade for your damn last pick. Offer still there. The 512. So such a valuable one. But I'll trade it.
I don't have any offers. What do you mean?
It was like, man, that was. You had. I think I had canceled after it was sitting there for 2 months.
Oh, a while ago you tried to trade for it. Okay.
I'll send you one. I don't know if I have to if I can do it in the. No, I think I have to go out to do it, right?
You can click on if you're trading for picks, you can click on the players. Or if you're not trading for picks, you can click on the players and start a trade from there. But
oh yeah, I'm trading for picks. I'm trading for keeps.
All right, here we go. Starting my run. I got these. I got all of these.
I was waiting for.
Oh, you're not getting.
I was waiting. You're not getting my guy. I was waiting for him to fall to me. That's fantastic. Thank you, sir.
You should have traded me the picks, man. You could have got a decent bench player instead.
That's fantastic.
All right, I sent it. Will Mallory. Your boy.
Well, now I'm a little on tilt because I thought I had a shot.
You might as well just throw that pick away. Give it to me.
I got 11 guys left on my draft queue who I think might have some fantasy value. So there's still guys out there, Nate. Some of them might take a couple years to have anything worthwhile in terms of fantasy production, but.
Oh, Nate's on the clock right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nate, who are you going to pick? Can I interest you in Jordan Patai?
Nope. I'm good. Thank you.
Oh.
All right. Well, I sent you that trade, so smash smash accept and subscribe. Which pick pissed you off the most?
Just now?
No, in the draft.
Well, just now Monungai pissed me off because that's actually who I had like literally earmarked for to see if he fell to me. Because I think a phenomenal pick, Eli. I think that's
Oh, damn. That was my other one right there.
they didn't do much ahead.
Oh, yeah. I almost picked Brooks with that fourth rounder. Sent you another one, Nate.
I'm not even looking at this point.
Oh, it's
I'm joking.
a
I'm
top
looking
wide
right now.
receiver that I would offer.
I was like, no, it's not.
Yeah, I wasn't done. Ty Johnson. What would you give me for Hunter?
Don't do it to me again, dude. I've got someone that I'm gonna grab here, but I got a feeling Eli's gonna do it to me again. I had 2 picks and they both get snaked by Eli.
Should have taken the trade.
At this point, that's fair, but
He's the hindsight king. Did he do it?
Hope I didn't take your guy.
he did not.
Good.
I really wanted to end the draft with you being sad.
Oh, nice. That's a good pick. I like that.
I'll trade you Ty Johnson for him.
As the coffee went in the mouth.
Oh my god.
All right, fellas, how do you feel? We coming out of this?
It could have gone better for me, but going my spray and pray, it went as good as any of my mocks have gone. So I'm not disappointed, but I'm not exactly stoked either. I am basically just at the whim of the football gods as to how well these guys are going to pan out.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm very happy in general. It was definitely better than most of, and I got Dylan Gabriel on my team, which is exciting. But it went better than most of my mock drafts. The only one I was upset about was my fourth, but it's a crapshoot of who's down there, even if you get the right person. But the Hunter coming to me at 106 was huge, and then Besh was a little bit more expected, but super excited to be able to get him that early or that late.
Yeah. Big surprise to me. A couple of things, right? Like in that first round, that Judkins and Henderson both went before Hunter, and then even on paper, like I like T-Mac. I might have made that, but a lot of folks have Hunter ahead of T-Mac. And honestly, I would have picked T-Mac just because of my Polynesian culture.
Not with your young. I've met your quarterback, Young.
Yeah, because of the Young stack, and then because he's also would add to my Polynesian culture wide receivers.
It's fair. I feel like you need to change your team name at some point to represent this.
The Islanders, yeah. I'm gonna keep adding to my background right now. I have my favorite pick from every year up there. So I've got Amon Ra right there. I've got Puka and then Ladd.
I got Hampton right here.
Oh
That was
dang,
my
that was
pick that I'm taking him.
quick.
No, I did that before. I just
Oh,
knew I
did
was gonna take him. Yeah.
I didn't see it.
That's awesome. All right, cool.
he's fine.
Well, good call. Thanks for jumping on, Eli, onto the episode. Appreciate
No problem.
you.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. Now we can safely do mock drafts too, if we want to come back around and
Thank God.
yeah, and not
Yeah,
have
I'd love to do a mock draft for a super flex as well as the as the reigning vampire. I would like to come back on and give you guys a vampire strategy.
Oh yeah.
Any
I love
potential vampires out there.
Love that
Ooh,
idea.
I like that. The vampire
Yeah.
strategy. I like it. Let's do it.
Okay,
Cool.
let's do it.
Well, it's been real. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And this is the unedited one. So we'll throw out some shorts later on. Holler.
Peace.
I don't have a transition out ready. So I'm just going to say bye.
Not gonna play the